Hello everybody, my name's Atley. Welcome back to my SnowRunner Hard Mode playthrough. Exactly where we left off. I'm a lot less salty. A couple of days have passed. I have to apologise. If you're triggered by angry YouTubers, then I would have triggered you in the last video. I'm still not entirely sure how to get past this, but before I just go and get the Zix, I'm going to just try, because it's daylight now and I can actually see. Whereas the other day I couldn't really see what I was trying to do. So I'm going to first of all use that pole to try and pull me back on my wheels. And looking at this from a daylight and a fresh perspective, I think I need to back up because I basically think I came in on the wrong line. I think if you came into this on a wider angle, hugging the left of the road coming uphill and then turned in, I would have avoided a lot of the trouble that I had. So I'm going to try, I don't think, so I can get my tail of the trailer onto that. And I'm going to see if I can back away from this problem without actually immediately getting a rescue vehicle. I think I was too frustrated by the... And I still think that it's bad game design to have those completely useless winch artifacts, but let's not talk about that anymore. I just can't quite get far enough back to get anything useful. Maybe that one onto there. And without tipping the trailer over, I just want to back it up a bit. And then maybe that's far enough now to get the tail. No, not quite. So next I want to try that one. Release the winch. Try that one. And again, just using the winch to try to allow me to move backwards in a way that doesn't tip the trailer over. Now I probably need to straighten up forwards. And that's behaving a little bit like that trailer is stuck in the terrain, isn't it? Is that back far enough now? Yes. So that allows the back of the trailer to get onto that, which will allow it to pull in a much straighter line. And I'm gently trying to ease the truck back. I know I can get a better line onto that. And I'm going to try and hug left and see if I can get moving in that direction. May still be a bad idea to try and pull up here with this trailer and 6 slots of cargo. Just out of interest, what is that trail? Ooh, I wonder if that is my better option. And ignore this corner. I just spotted a gap through the trees there. And a muddy track. That hopefully lets me avoid those rocks. And rejoin the road up around a corner. Daylight, fresh perspective, not getting frustrated and therefore not thinking clearly. That's a better route. And then the other thing I realised when I was editing this, I was a bit embarrassed of myself when I was editing the previous episode Because firstly, the frustration doesn't help. If anything, switch game off, come back half an hour later after you've walked the dog or something, would have been a better way to approach the tail end of last episode. So I'm a bit embarrassed about all of that. But secondly, those rock falls, there's no task to clear them, but I haven't even looked through the contracts yet to see if there may have been a contract to clear those rock falls. For all I know, there is. So that was also an error of judgment. I should have at least... Maybe there isn't contracts to clear the rocks, but I should have at least looked. And I am recording this on Wednesday before the video goes live for the previous episode. So if anybody's made any comments or suggestions, apologies, I am not going to have seen them yet at the time of recording this one. But yeah, I made quite a few mistakes in the last episode. How much easier was that, just going up that little mud path and avoiding the rocks? Didn't even see that when I was recording it the previous one. So, this is going to be the 5 out of 6 metal beams delivered. Which means, as planned in the previous one, once we've delivered these, I'll leave the trailer at the bridge, take the truck on its own, and get the last one almost certainly from where we got one of these. So I've got to come back through this route, but it'll be truck on its own, which is obviously always a bit easier to maneuver as well. But yeah, no zigs needed. Got out of it just through a little bit of more clear-headed thinking and daylight. Engine off. Cargo. I have 3. Oh, hang on. Oh, okay. So I need to repack the truck, don't I? And then cargo. I have 3 available. 1 more needed. So detach the trailer, and then I'm going to go back and get the one from here. So back the way I just came. But I might as well have missed that road entirely. Come down here, in to there. That'll work. He says, hopefully. And I was chuckling a little bit with the editing, because I even said at one point in the video, it's a good plan, it's the execution that will be the problem. I hope if I can get it into reverse. So yeah, it was a good plan, but I didn't execute it well. And now we'll try and get back on plan. I think this is the last metal beam bridge of the region. There's at least one wooden bridge that needs sorting out. Right. Fairly steep descent, so let's not be too cavalier with it. I want to tip the thing over. I want a sharp bend going downhill is not a good combination. Because it isn't the most stable truck. It's not bad, if you're careful. But let's not take it for granted. Right. Let's position ourselves to load that one up. Do. Quick as you like. Let's get this one loaded. Store the crane, pack the cargo, and we get back up to the bridge. Coming into dusk, get some lights on. Take the same route back out as well. There's no point going near that road. That'll probably be 2 wooden planks, won't it? I don't think I've seen any houses where they do 4. I know, like metal beams, some of them will give you 1 beam, some will give you 2. I think the wooden framing only ever gives you 2. Right, so this should be the big cutscene and this bridge finished. Nearly 14 grand. Nice. Up to 176. So let's have a look at the map and see what's next. I know there's a wooden bridge just here. I haven't tagged it yet, so I don't know what it requires. I assume wooden planking. One thing I think I will do, and I'll do it now because it'll be fairly quick, I hope, is the Zix is close enough to come and get this Hummer, which is up here in the river, and drag that back because I don't think it needs repairing. So let's just do that real quick. Zix is the perfect recovery vehicle for that. Hang on, where am I going? I could probably just come through here. You get through there, you reckon? Bit of Zix power. When I got this thing, somebody said in a comment that it's a pretty good heavy scout for the right type of terrain. Go anywhere. Right, so this Hummer is up this river. I'm going to come down into the river and see about reversing back to it. Don't really want to bring a crane and lift it from above. Well, that might be the sensible option. Pretty sure I sold my Hummer that I had in Alaska, so I don't know whether I'll bother keeping this one. Although I've still got the bug where anything I sell is 100% value rather than the 50%. I haven't actually seen a patch for this game for ages. There was the one hotfix like a week or so after Phase 8 released. I haven't seen another patch since. So I don't know what's up with that. Just pull that in a bit closer. And maybe I'll concertina it out a bit. Yeah, I can see myself getting pretty fed up with useless winch points. No, don't go there. Don't go there. Don't mention the winch points. There we go. Right, let's get it in on a nice tight line so that I can maneuver it over the bridge easily. So if I remember the story for this task, there's some stuff in the truck that he wants back, or she wants back, but not interested in the truck itself. Thanks. Just what I was looking for. The car is now yours, like I promised. Just for fun, what state is it? Gearbox nearly broken, nearly out of fuel. That's alright though. What if that can drive itself back to the garage? And what tyres and so on it's got on it. No diff lock installed. Got all-wheel drive though. I'm not going to drive it back to the garage, it's just interesting. Where am I? Bring it down here? No. So we've recovered it. Let me have a think about what's next. I think I'm going to have a look at this other bridge, just because it's a bridge. I don't know how useful a route it is, but I'm in bridge mode, so let's have a quick look. If it's only 2 slots, then I can probably go and get them in this truck and not worry about the trailer for now. $6.5 grand. Used to be a wooden bridge here, and we are rebuilding it. We need your help. Accept. Track. And take a look. 8 lots of wooden planks. That's a lot for a little bridge like this. I could kind of see it if it was logs and then planks to deck it, but just planks all the way. So I can get 2 from there. Yeah, it looks like it's the usual 2 from each. Okay, so I think I'm going to make a start on this one because it gives me access to some crafting zones. I think that's going to be useful. So I need to collect fuel, metal beams, containers, and consumables, and that's all 2 slot or less. So therefore I can do it with the crane that I've got on this map. So I think that's my next priority. So back away from this one. We're not going to work on this one for now. I know what it is now. 8 planks is quite a lot, but I probably need to be in logging mode to get that many. I'm not sure I want to run around all the way around the map to get wooden planks from houses that I deconstruct. Not when I need 8 of them. So we'll go up, get our 6 slot trailer and head to the warehouse, load up what we can from there, and then probably get the Zix down, pick up its 8 slot trailer, try running that up the railway, maybe. That may be a bad idea, but try it. And we'll make a start on that, restoring the power plant, because like I say, it gives us access to crafting zones that are almost certainly going to be useful for other things following on from that. So it feels like a good first one to do. Attach trailer, and then we're going to go. I probably ought to be bringing fuel up from the other map as well quite soon. We'll do the warehouse with the force in the first instance, and then after that decide if the Zix plays a role with its big trailer. And I'll end up just paying the $4 a litre for fuel again for a minute. And the more I do that, the more sense it would make to get some fuel brought up, really. I haven't encountered any other fuel trailers on this map other than that one that we got in episode 1. I suppose we got a maintenance trailer that was full as well, didn't we? So on the on Grainwoods, we've had a couple of decent fuel trailers. I haven't seen one yet on Black Badger Lake. Right, so we'll load up what we can from here. Just chuck more fuel from the reef rack in. What cargo do I need? 8 fuel, 2 cargo containers, I think that fuel and cargo container is all I can get from here of that lot. Metal beams and consumables as well, but I don't think I can get that here. So stick fuel on the trailer. Put the cargo container in the truck. That's all the fuel gone. And we'll put this one in the truck, may as well, I think. Right. Stop my engine, restore my crane, and then let's just double check. So, fuel, cargo, yeah, metal beams, consumables, I can't get here. So we'll reattach, pack that lot. May as well deliver what I've got first. And then yeah, dead ahead, 2 metal beams. I'll get fuel on the way back. I am a bit tempted to give myself a Russian crane option, a large crane on this map. So I've got the Pacific large crane on Grainwoods and then something else here because there's quite a lot of cargo to shift. And those big cranes are just easier to load with. So 2 fuel, 1 cargo container. That's made a start on that. Yeah. Back, get some fuel, drive round into the railway depot. Try and back this thing out of here in a reasonably sensible way. Not that it's going to let me do that, but... Should I, could I, would I go around them? Okay. I'm looking at this. This site for metal beams, but the path that goes, what, that looks like a gateway to a map but doesn't exist yet, or isn't ever going to exist. Maybe they plan to do another map. No, I was just looking whether I could do a shortcut around the lake that way, but it doesn't look navigable. So, left it is. I don't feel bad about taking stuff out of this warehouse at the railway depot because it's kind of close enough to the power plant that it just makes sense. If I end up finding other warehouses, then I won't have made myself go too far out of the route. What's my chances of getting that big trailer on the Zix up the railway line and into here? Because I do think I'm going to do that. The Zix can't self-load, but while I'm here with the Force, I'll load up 6 slots in the Force setup. And then I do think I will, depending on how much is left, get another 8 slots on the Zix. Actually, maybe the way to do that is run into these metal beams, put the 2 metal beams on the trailer, and then as I come out I can leave the trailer here and go in the railway depot with the crane. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, making it up as I go along as usual. Just that challenge of what's the optimal route, isn't it? It's the sequence of events. I quite often, and I did this in Yukon, I worked it all out in a spreadsheet, so I had a good idea of what it was I wanted to do. I haven't done that yet for Wisconsin. Interesting, the railway. So the railway runs all the way up here. Yeah, maybe there was a route down the side of that lake over the north. Looking at it from here, it looks like that could have been a route. Didn't look like it on the map though. Right. Loading platform metal beams. A bit far back, I'm not going to reach them with the crane. Loading platform is blocked. Really isn't, but okay. Full crane and reattach. Get those packed. Get down to the railway station. Pack that cargo. Yeah, so I think I probably could have saved myself a few minutes by running around the north of the lake, because that does look like that track would work. I'm not going that way to deliver them because I don't know the track, and I want to pick up more cargo with this crane at the railway station. Would follow in the railway. No, don't. The railway line's right there, right? So would it make more sense to follow the railway line? I'm gonna have a little sniff at it. Although I was planning on leaving this trailer at the road, wasn't I? But won't make much difference. Just wondering if this is a better road. Pretty cool. So I think that's both for the metal beams. I think you only need 2 for this contract. Then I need 1 more cabin or container, 6 more fuel, and some consumables. Weave a route through these tree stumps. And that can be where I leave the trailer. pick it up on the way out. I'm going to turn around for no particular reason. Crane. Get the legs down. So, I need 2 consumables. I've got the 2 metal beams. So I'll stick the 2 consumables in this vehicle. And then I will need 6 fuel and 1 container, which I'm going to try and put on the 8-slot trailer. Store the crane, pack the cargo, and engine off. Then we're going to jump into the Zix, which has got to backtrack a fair bit. The Zix has got to get to its trailer, which is down at the bridge. And then I need to see if I can get that trailer up to this railway station without too much shenanigans. Then we'll see what the construction sites give us. I've possibly got time to get this finished in this episode. This power plant one. A little bit of a stretch. I need to not have too many issues moving this big trailer to the railway station. This got through that muddy patch a lot easier than the Force. I know the Force had a trailer on, but even so, that wasn't too bad. This is a cool bridge. So is there a route for the trailer down to the right in the direction that I'm going now? I hook it up. Can I get down to the railway line that way? Or should I just stick to going the way that I've been doing it? Probably the latter. So there is a track that comes this way. But I think it's more to come all the way back to the road. I think there's a better way here. I think it might be a case of brute strength and ignorance. The Zix can provide the brute strength and I'll provide the ignorance. Just going to loon it off this bank. I mean, it's a game, not real life, right? You wouldn't do that with that trailer in real life, but it worked. So far, so good. This ought to be a 9-slot trailer, really, didn't it? Because you ought to be able to put something on that gooseneck. I know that's where real trucks tend to have their like wooden sleepers and things, you know, chocks and chains and toolboxes and stuff like that would sit on there, wouldn't they? But yeah, more fuel, but I think this is specific fuel for a task, isn't it? Or it might be oil, not sure. Fuel is normally blue, isn't it? The trailer's just doing what it's told. No arguments, just get on with it. I like it. I like your attitude, Mr. 8 Slot. I like a trailer with a can-do attitude. Alongside. Fairly tight. I don't mind moving the trailer if I need to load up, but that should allow me to load most of it. Engine off. Change truck. That is going to mess with the crane's legs. I should have left the crane's legs down. But anyway. So cargo, I now want a container, which I'll put on the front if I can reach. Legs worked alright. See how far forward I can get this on the trailer. And then 6 slots of fuel, which is all the fuel that's left. That's as far back as I can go, but I'll get another one on top and let Autopack sort it. I'll do. Restore the crane. Stop my engine for a minute. And then jump into the Zix. Pack that cargo. Move forward a bit. So shall I take these in convoy on a rope? Off the back of the... Maybe a bit too far. I don't know what is the back. Difficult to see. Maybe I need to go into... Oh, let's just deliver them one at a time. How am I doing for time? Let's just take them one at a time. It's a very long trailer to try putting another one on the back of it and then hooking this trailer up and all the rest of it. It's probably just as quick to just get these delivered. And then switch to the Force and get that delivered separately. Right, let's cut the corner because we've got a big trailer and I left those logs slightly in the way. Oh, a big old chunk of suspension damage. This is going to feel like good progress if I get this power plant done in one episode. Considering that I started with finishing off the bridge mess that I'd left the last episode. This is going to feel good. Come in and hug the side so we can get the force next to it, and I'll worry about turning them around and getting them out later. Just engine off, cargo management, 6 fuel, and 1 cargo container. Done. All I need is 2 metal beams, 2 consumables, which sounds like a job for the force. Pick up a trailer and repeat. Can I come here a bit later when some of these trees have grown enough to be useful? Try and get a couple of wheels up onto the bank enough that I've got traction without losing. Or am I taking the wrong line? Is there a better line out into the deeper water? I'm hugging this because it feels right. But is it right? Oh, come on. Maybe I should have brought them through in convoy, eh? Alright, I want to get this done in this episode. So I'm just going to get the Zix. I'm learning this map, but this map is a bit of a pain, isn't it? There's some fuel in there. Just drop this trailer as it is. I'm wondering if I'm taking the wrong line on that lake road, and actually you'd be better off using the, if there's a better traction area slightly out deeper. Seems counterintuitive, but I noticed some rocks there. Might have to get my underwater camera drone to have a look. Luckily we're close by, so it's no big deal. You, sir, are coming with me. My recordings ended up being a little bit longer, but I think there's a fair bit of time lapsing in this one. Should be alright. Once again, Editor Atley can be the hero. Sarcastic hero. Frustrated hero. Hero nonetheless. Cutscene in the dark again to finish what is potentially quite a cool cutscene as well, which is a bit of a shame. But beggars can't be choosers. Right, big cutscene I expect this to be. Two metal beams, 2 consumables. And no cutscene at all. Anti-climax much. Rolled metal production site available. So nearly 16 grand reward. And Rolled metal construction site available. Where though? Cargo creation zone. Maybe can I find it here? Rolled metal production site. Okay, so that's in this new factory or old. Isn't that the old factory? This is a paper factory. So I've now got presumably metal rolls from beams if I want them, and I think the other one it unlocked was the bricks from here. Yeah, it looks like. So I think I've just got access to bricks and rolled metal. And presumably bricks. I didn't manufacture bricks. That must be to do with this quarry where you can get sand. Packaged sand must be used to make bricks. I'll worry about that for the next episode. So, I am going to wrap this episode here. That ended up being fairly productive. And I should be able to edit it into something reasonably sensible. So, I hope you enjoyed the episode. A bit more constructive, a bit more positive than the last one. I hope that was good for you. Definitely better for me. I hope to see you in the next episode. But in the meantime, thank you very much and goodbye.